All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. I was scrolling through Twitter today and I saw a tweet from B-Ball Reference. The Cleveland Cavaliers, according to their metrics, their data, have a 92.3% chance to make the playoffs. If you told me that last year, that, 26, 27 games through the season, the Cavs would have almost a 93% chance to make the playoffs, I'd be like, wow, that is very impressive. Just 2 years ago, the Cavs were getting constantly ridiculed for just like the formation of their roster. Look at them now. Jarrett Allen, keep in mind, this is crazy. Jarrett Allen is 23 years old. 23 years old. Jarrett Allen, less than a year ago, the Cavs were getting hated on for paying this man $100 million for 5 years. That's only $20 million a year. I'm pretty sure Aaron Gordon makes more than Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen right now is 17-11 with a couple of blocks per game, and he is shooting over 70% from the field. 70%. The one thing Jarrett Allen does not have is a three-point shot. That's the only thing Jarrett Allen cannot do at 23 years old. I mean, he's shooting like 20%. He can make, a three. I'm scared for the league. Jarrett Allen he's the dude. Welcome back to the channel, though, guys. If you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Cavs Nation, I love the love you guys have been showing me. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you guys could hit this like button, really helps out the algorithm. Let's try and hit 100 likes. My Cavs recap video did get 100 likes, so thank you guys so much. Mean the world to me. I really just want to talk about this Cavs team because, like, that tweet, 92.3% chance to make the playoffs. I mean, what the Cavs are doing right now, I don't know if it's been majority of the season without Collin Sexton. It's been at least 10 games. What they have been able to do, it's just so impressive. And I know the Chicago Bulls the other night, they were missing some players like DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso. But hey, a win is a win. And you have to keep in mind that the Cleveland Cavaliers have had, if not the hardest schedule to date. They are 100% a top 5 strength of schedule so far today. So what's next for this Cavs team? Like, you could tell, like, in that Milwaukee game, that was probably the only bad game Darius Garland has had in the last, 10 games, or since Collin Sexton went down for the year. I think the Bucks game probably was the only bad game he has played. And that's, keep in mind, it's the Bucks. It's like Drew Holiday, it's Chris Middleton, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. They just won the NBA Finals. They locked up Chris Paul. Like, it was pretty clear in the Bucks loss that they need somebody else. So I think they're gonna make the playoffs. Unless they were just devastated by injuries, they should be able to make the playoffs. The Eastern Conference, the NBA right now is in such a weird spot. I mean, the Lakers just lost to, the Memphis Grizzlies are the 4th seed in the West. They're playing really good. They just beat them without Ja. They're 13-13. Like, the league is pretty open right now, but I think if the Cavs wanted to make an actual run for the title, because they have legitimate pieces to do this, they're going to be a title team, if not in the next year or two, definitely in the next 3 to 5 years. We'll talk about some of the players, the key players that have been really showing up as of late, especially guys like Evan Mobley, even Kevin Love, Lauri Markkanen here in just a minute. But I think if the Cavs really wanted to make that run, they do have to get just a pure score, a pure score. I think that's something that they could really use because of the injury to Collin Sexton. But all things considered, like I just mentioned, you've had Collin Sexton out for at least the last 10 games. You've had Jarrett Allen miss a handful of games. You've had Evan Mobley miss a chunk of games. Now, granted, the Cavs really struggled without Evan Mobley. No shit. Evan Mobley is a 7-foot stud. Evan Mobley is doing something that is almost absurd. He can guard a point guard. Evan Mobley is 3 years younger than me, and he can switch on to a guy like Chris Paul and lock him up. He's just coming off a 5-block game. He can literally do it all. The Cavs are the 3rd-ranked defense right now And it's not just Evan Mobley, it's not just Jared Allen, although those two are the bulk. It's everybody is contributing to this. Guys like Isaac Okoro, even off the bench, Dean Wade, Cedi Osman, like these guys are contributing. Taurean Prince for Ricky Rubio was another phenomenal move by the Cavs front office. Phenomenal move. Ricky Rubio, he's had this like almost resurgence here in Cleveland. It's not even a resurgence because Ricky Rubio has just always been solid, but it's been a couple of years since he's been in like a favorable spot, in my opinion. So you're seeing Ricky Rubio, especially last game against the Chicago Bulls, like, I mean, he's going through a really bad shooting stretch right now, but that is going to clean up soon. And once that cleans up, I mean, Ricky Rubio to start this season was like, he was like a top 30 guy in the NBA throughout the first couple of weeks. I mean, he was balling out, even with a healthy Cavs team. So, but really, outside of Evan Mobley, outside of Jared Allen, first of all, Jared Allen is like, he has improved drastically. He's probably going to be an all-star. Evan Mobley, he's going to be right in there for Rookie of the Year. But Darius Garland, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Darius Garland. And it's because he's very versatile. He's a very versatile player, and I think that's really become known to me this season. He is an extremely multi-dimensional player. I mean, he can play defense. He can play off-ball. He can literally just kind of take over an offense. If you need him to pull up for a three, if you need him to pull up for a midi, or just go get a bucket, go get to the rim, he is fully capable of doing that. But he can play off-ball. He can play defense. He can catch and shoot. I mean, what can't Darius Garland do in the next 3-5 years from now? Darius Garland, I wouldn't even be surprised if Darius Garland turned into a 25-10 player. I mean, he is getting better and better. It's not even season to season because that's obvious. He's getting better week by week, game by game. And it's just like visually and statistically, analytically, you can tell Darius Garland is improving so much. Then you have guys like Kevin Love off the bench. I mean, he's almost had a resurgence to his career as well. He's like literally kind of found the perfect role for himself at this point in his career with the injuries, with, considering his older age. I don't think it's a very movable contract at all. And that might be for the good because Kevin Love is literally providing a lot for this team. I mean, there will be a nights they'll just rain like 6 threes off the bench. He'll go like 6 to 8 from downtown, give you 21 points and 7 rebounds. If Kevin Love is doing that on a relatively consistent basis, you're looking pretty solid, especially when that bench contains Osman, it contains Ricky Rubio, Dean Wade just got back from injury. So there's so much room for growth on this Cavs team, and they're already, with granted just like the hardships that they've already had through this season and the strength of schedule that they've already been through. I mean, I don't see any reason why the Cavs, I mean, they're hoping to compete for a home playoff spot. You're starting to see teams like the Washington Wizards or even teams like the Miami Heat who are either getting, COVID injuries or they're just going through colder streaks. Like, the East is open right now. It's wide open, except for maybe like the top 2-3 seeds. I'm thinking, but the Bulls with all this COVID right now. You never know, but the Bucks, Nets, those two teams are very solid, but like top 4 seed is not out of the equation for this Cavs team. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know down below if you want to see more Cavs videos, Cavs Nation. I read all your guys' comments. I appreciate you so much. If you want to stay up to date, I also got a Twitter down below. Links in the bio, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.